We might be a little rusty tonight.
Just a little bit. And welcome everybody into another great, exciting, and wonderful Geek at Birth. As always, you've got the one, the only, the golden voice of the South, the human jukebox, Dave Adams, coming to you all the way from the top of the state of Alabama. That's right, in Madison, Alabama. And as always, I have brought along my friend from the great white north, where I'm sure it's getting colder, in Baltimore. Sort of. The one, the only, Ryan Permison. What's going on, Ryan?
I'm doing well, sir. It's great to be back here. It's great to be doing this show with you and with you who are watching or are listening to us. We are so thankful that you are deciding to join us on this wonderful journey known as Geek at Birth. And it's my gosh, it feels like forever since we've been in this studio, but it looks lovely. Everything looks
It does.
sparkly, bright, and clean, and lovely, and dandy. So I'm ready to rock and roll, man. Seriously, there's been a lot of things that have happened in the past several weeks, months, and yes, it has gotten a bit cooler in my neck of the woods. It's starting to feel a bit more like fall. And my Halloween costume, all the pieces have finally arrived. So I'm ready to jump into my DeLorean, go 88 miles per hour, see some serious stuff. Keep it family
You can
friendly.
say shit.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a quote.
I know, but
Quote.
I'm just
You've
like,
got to say it.
all right,
You
that's
got
true.
to say it.
If I do go 88 miles per hour, we are going to see some serious shit, and it's going to be a blast because I'm going as Marty McFly for Halloween this year, and that's the first time I've ever dressed up as that character, and I can't wait to show it off to the millions and
And
millions of people
millions.
out there. Exactly. But yeah, I'm happy to be here, man. It's good to see you.
Good.
You're looking spiffy.
I am. The Braves are playing right now. My mind, look, I might be just ducking out a little bit because my mind is on this playoff game right now.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's right. Yeah.
the Braves are up 2-0, 2 games
Ooh,
to none in
nice.
the National League Championship Series. But as we speak, in the bottom of the 8th inning, the Braves are now tied with the
Oh
Dodgers.
no.
Earlier it was 5-2, but
Oh
while we were in that little interlude of music, the Dodgers tied the game up.
darn it.
So I might be letting you talk a little bit tonight, as I am.
That's okay. I'm more than happy to help out. When you need me.
Yes, well, as you can tell, I'm a big sports geek. As that's just how things are. But we had a good topic to talk about a couple weeks ago, but some stomach issues came into play. As look, I've been there. I understand. Chipotle got me about a month ago, so I
Yeah.
totally get it. Get him, dadgummit. Okay, sorry. I told you it was going to happen. But Ryan and I have had this ongoing discussion
Yes.
because he is an old school movie watcher. Can we call DVDs and Blu-rays old school? I
I
don't.
mean, yeah, DVDs is old school. Blu-rays are still kind of an it thing, but yeah, can.
Yeah. So whereas I am now a big streaming guy, like
Mhm.
even when I rent movies or buy movies or whatever, I'm still buying them on iTunes. I can't tell you the last time I've went out and bought a DVD or a Blu-ray anymore. So we are going to have a discussion, maybe one-sided because the Braves are not doing too well right now. Get him. Okay,
Come
good.
on.
Um, one now we got one more out. Ooh, tying
Darn
the
it.
go ahead
Get the
run.
work done, Braves. How
Yeah,
hard can it be?
nah, this is the Braves. The go ahead run is on third right now.
Mm,
So yeah. So we are going to have a discussion.
yes.
Which is better for us and why? Do we
Mhm.
prefer streaming? Do we prefer the old hand, disc in hand Blu-ray? So Ryan, you are the one that is active in buying DVDs and Blu-rays and
Yes.
maybe VHSs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, so explain to everybody why you are old school as you were.
PFC, whatever, as you
Yeah.
were. Sorry, I feel like we're in the armed forces. I'm sorry. Anyhow, plus I was watching a little bit of Forrest Gump last night on Diva Dust, so that may be why I'm thinking about it. But anywho, the thing is that as long as I can remember, I've always remember going to Blockbuster or going to my local library and checking out VHS tapes or DVDs. And then when Blu-rays started to become a thing, I started going out and buying them because I realized, oh, people are upgrading from DVDs to Blu-rays. I might as well jump on the wagon because they say it's better picture and better sound, right? Okay, I'll go.
Yeah,
Why
I'll
not?
believe it
Whatever.
when I see it. I don't think so, but
I mean, it's in the eye of the beholder, I guess. So I ended up buying a whole bunch of them, and I enjoy them. I enjoy having the disc in thy hand to put it in the Blu-ray player, DVD player, what have you. I'll leave the choice up to you. But I enjoy doing that because, yeah, you can rewind and fast forward all that stuff on streaming, yes. But at the same time, streaming services only have the full-length feature film. They don't have the bonus features. They don't have the commentaries. So if I wanted to go back and watch a documentary about the making of a certain film, whether it's a James Bond movie or maybe not so, maybe Indiana Jones or something else that I've enjoyed when I was younger and I still enjoy to this day. I can go back to that piece of physical media, put it in whatever, hit play, and go to the main menu and say to myself, okay, behind the scenes features, where are you? Oh, there you are. Yes, that lovely documentary. Yes, I'm looking at you. Let's watch it. So yeah, this is how I feel. If you want special features and all that jazz, go for physical media. Plus, with the Criterion Collection on Blu-ray or DVD, I've learned a lot more about my film history and other things about the making of certain films than I ever could in certain other areas of life. So I just like it. I like collecting it. I like putting it in my collection. It's fun to buy. It's fun to go out and buy things. Isn't that right, Dave and Amanda? When you
but
buy Funko Pops or throw pillows.
okay, yes, there are that. In fact, I have 3 Funko Pops that I've just bought in the last couple of weeks,
Woo! I bought two
sitting
of them myself.
sitting
Yay!
here on my desk. I hear that, but let me ask you this, and maybe this is different because you're in college still. You still have that college feel to you. Um,
Yeah, just a bit. Just a bit.
there are very, 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 very few times that I have want to, I'm sitting there bored at my house thinking, you know what, I'm going to go and grab, throw Anchorman's one of my favorite movies. I'm going to go grab Anchorman and watch it for the 50th time. And while I'm at it, oh, let's watch all the deleted scenes. Let's watch this. Usually, when I'm wanting to sit and veg in front of a movie, I pull up Netflix and I scroll to see what's there. I I can't. For me, yes, the fun thing was to buy DVDs back in the day, but I have upwards of 150 DVDs sitting in a box. We moved into this house in 2019.
Oh wow.
They've
Okay.
been they're sitting in a box because
Collecting dust.
collecting dust because even when they were unpacked at our old house, I can't tell you the last time I pulled out Anchorman DVD or my Ace Ventura Pet Detective DVD. Uh, just because out of sight, out of mind, really. So,
That's fair.
I get it. There's this hunt. There's this fun
The
hunt to
thrill
go
of the
looking.
hunt.
The thrill of the hunt, going looking for the DVDs. But if you want to have, let's say, a Star Wars movie marathon, all I do is I pull up Disney Plus,
That's
and
true.
all 11 movies are sitting there at my
Hmm.
fingertips, ready to go. And if you want to watch the extra, stuff, the bonus
Stuff.
features,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I've noticed that. That's happened a number of times actually. If I'm not able to find a certain documentary, just type it in on YouTube, it's there. For instance,
Right.
I have Raiders of the Lost Ark and Last Crusade on DVD. They have behind the scenes features, but they don't have like a documentary like making of the film. I type in Indiana Jones documentary, the whole 90-minute documentary of the making of the original 3 films is right there.
Right,
And I'm thinking,
exactly.
okay, great, YouTube, you saved my keister. How many times? A lot.
Well,
So
and that's my thing. So, you don't have kids, but one day, good Lord willing, when you have offspring of your own, um,
I listen. I'm in the camp of right for the moment, and like I said, people's minds change over time. People's
yes.
feelings change over time. Right now, I don't want to have anything to do with having my own munchkins running around the house. I have a 9 and 12-year-old niece and nephew that I love and care about very much, and that's enough for me.
Yeah,
So
well, okay. Well,
you know what
okay.
I'm saying? Like
If
I'm cool with that. If I ever do have my own offspring, you'll be the first one I call. Be like, Dave, yeah, you put this out on the internet. Now it's happening to me in real life. What have you
you
done?
put this into the world, now it's your fault.
Now it's
But
your fault that I'm having a son and a daughter, aka my own little munchkins running around the house.
yeah. But if you ever do, you'll learn that when you put a DVD on for them, their attention span goes for about 5 seconds, maybe 10. Uh,
Yeah.
w- uh, but if you have a streaming service, they
Hmm.
sit there and they watch a couple of movies on Disney, or they watch half of a movie on Disney Plus. Then they get bored of that. Then they go to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and they go to
Oh
whatever,
yeah,
whatever, whatever. So, to me, as a father, as a
a
family man,
faja.
a
Yeah.
faja, jafaja. That's it. That's another thing. I was bored one day working, and I like to have things on in the background when I work.
Hmm.
I put on Austin Powers.
In gold member.
Well, and then I'm still working. I was like, I'm still, I'm still working. I still need background noise. Immediately went right into The Spy Who Shagged Me. Then
Oh my
immediately went
gosh.
into Goldmember. So that was 6 hours. Whereas if I didn't have the streaming service, I'd have to, once the DVD was over, I'd have to eject it,
Physically get out of that
get
recliner,
out of the my chair here for work, pull the DVD out, pop it back in the
plop another
thing,
one in there.
put it back in. Yeah, see, and that to me, that's why I think streaming is better. Now, I,
I
I
get
get
it.
it. I get what you're saying. That there is the thrill of holding that DVD. I do remember the thrill of going and buying the Dark Knight, the Dark Knight DVD at
2 disc
midnight
special
release.
edition.
Yeah, when it came out, I still had that dust cover on it. That to me that was fun. But that was before Netflix really took off. That was
Hmm.
when Netflix was still mailing you DVDs back and forth, uh,
Yeah.
way back in the day. You know, sitting
Way
here,
2008 is way back in the day. Get out of here.
I mean, it is 15 years ago,
Ugh. Why are
14.
you trying to make me feel so bloody old? You know what? Next month is the 15th anniversary of Casino Royale, Daniel Craig's first ever Bond
Holy
film,
moly!
which is crazy to think about because I was watching 45 minutes of that last night on Blu-ray, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I probably should have saved this for next month because the 15th anniversary actually occurs
Such a good
next
movie,
month.
and we'll get into this maybe. Well, we could get into this a little bit now. We're always off topic here on Geek at Birth. That's just
We
what
always go
we.
off the rails.
This is what we do. We go down rabbit holes, and you kind of
But this
put
is
me
a
on a
good
rabbit.
conversation about physical media versus a streaming service. I will
Yeah,
say that.
it is, because it's something that's going to be there around forever. The one thing I will say in your camp for DVDs and Blu-ray, streaming services can decide. You know what? Our contract is up with Casino Royale this month.
Yeah, you can't
Let's
watch it anymore. And
let's pull it.
yeah,
In fact, the Harry Potter series is a perfect
mm,
example of that, because at one point in time they were on Netflix. Netflix pulled them because Peacock was doing their thing. Well, Peacock pulled them because HBO Max said at launch you can have all eight movies.
which is where I believe you can also find the Hobbit slash Middle Earth series.
I believe so.
Hmm.
HBO Max's contract ran out. They pulled them there. Now it's
Oh,
back on
jeez.
Peacock. So
Oh,
you have to you have to be on your toes a lot with the
you have
streaming
to pick and
services,
choose what streaming services you want to be a subscriber to.
which I'm dumb because I've got
How
Peacock.
many do you
I've
got?
got
Like 20 of those?
let's see, HBO Max, Peacock, Stars, uh,
DP, Disney Plus.
yeah, Disney Plus, Netflix. Holy crap, I got too many.
I
Oh, I
wonder
had to
why
get
the missus hasn't said something to you. Honey, we can't have this many streaming services on our bill for the month.
Let's not talk about that.
Sorry.
But anyway, so the quick rabbit hole we want to go down. We talked about James Bond. Um, I want to know your list of favorite James Bonds. Can it maybe just give me top three because
I did rank these. I ranked these on letterboxd.com/Ryan Movie Buff, where you can find me on the interwebs.
yeah.
The ranking may change after I've had a chance to see No Time to Die, which is Daniel Craig's swan song within the Bond series. I haven't seen it yet. I'm hoping to see it at some point soon. If not, I can always go to Target and buy it on Blu-ray and add it to my collection. Hello, physical media. So there you go. See, Target, you got my money. So when it comes to Bond, James Bond. So
Money
here's the
penny.
thing. I grew up in the era of Pierce Brosnan.
Right.
So Pierce Brosnan has a very special place in my heart. If I had to rank these right here, right now, my personal favorite is GoldenEye '95. Pierce Brosnan, your first film, your best film. Let me just lay that out there.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with my favorite is GoldenEye, but the best one, in my opinion, is in fact Casino Royale.
Best of all time.
For right now, yeah. Until I see No Time to Die and see how it wavers or how it stat ranks up against the others. I think honestly, if I had to rank them right now, if I think I put GoldenEye at number one. If I didn't, I may have switched them. So Casino Royale is number one, GoldenEye would be number two, and then number three would be. Ooh, I did just rewatch Skyfall, so Skyfall's pretty good.
Yep.
Probably it would probably be Skyfall, if not Quantum of Solace. I know I'm in the minority on that because not a lot of people like Quantum of Solace, but I like Quantum of Solace a lot. So, see
Okay.
what I did there? I'm giving you some Jim Carrey flavor.
I like it a lot.
So a lot, yeah. So it's either Quantum of Solace or Skyfall because I just rewatched Skyfall a couple months ago. So probably Skyfall will be my number three, only because that's the most recent rewatch I've had.
Yeah. All right. I can get behind that. My number one is Skyfall.
It's
Of
not a
all
bad
of
choice.
them. My
Adele
num
kills it with that theme song,
oh
man.
yes. My number two would probably be Doctor No.
Wow, the
Old,
OG.
yeah.
Okay.
And then
OG.
and then my number three, oh, this is tough. Probably License to Kill.
You know what? I've come to appreciate and respect the Timothy Dalton films more than I did a few years ago when I saw them for the first time. I thought they were good, but I didn't like love them. But then I did a
Yeah.
rewatch of them a few months ago, and I thought, you know what? These are actually pretty good. And
I, I'll
Timothy Dalton was a darn good Bond, and he was ahead of his time too, because he
yeah.
was. People say Daniel Craig's the darkest and grittiest Bond we've ever had. No, no, no. Timothy Dalton was actually the predecessor to what Craig did
I think so.
in his films.
Yeah, I think Timothy Dalton
He was
is a
good. He was
good
so good.
he was a good
He's
Bond, but
underrated, man.
I still say my top three Bonds are number one. Of course, you've got to go with Connery, just
Okay.
because of who he is and what he's made.
You have a Smith
Number
and Wesson, and you've had your six.
yes, number two would be Daniel Craig. I love the way Daniel Craig has played James Bond. I think that some people would rank him above Connery, uh,
Hmm.
just because of what he's done, brought the new life into the James Bond character. My number three would be Timothy Dalton.
He's so good, isn't he?
He
So
is. He
good.
is. I'm going to say too, and this might upset some people. I grew up in the Pierce Brosnan era as you did, and I loved at the time. I loved Pierce Brosnan as Bond. Going back and looking at it now, seeing
Hmm.
what we've had with Daniel Craig,
Right.
I'm not so much a fan of Brosnan. He was good at the time, but I just don't like the debonair that he plays it with now.
Okay.
I like the grittiness, the action, the for lack of a better way to say this, the parkour that that Daniel Craig plays with Bond. I mean, he gave us action in the first Casino Royale that we haven't seen in a James Bond in a long, long time.
And not only that, the opening 5 minutes of Casino Royale is black and white. I've
Yep.
never seen that in a Bond film. For them to open up like that and show him earning his double O status and getting his double O license by having, your file shows no kills and it takes two. My
Yep.
contact, how did he die? Your contact, not well. The second is, and then he plops the guy in the head in the chair, and he says, "Yes, considerably." And then the
Yeah.
guy tries to get up in the bathroom from the first one, and then he points the gun at the screen, fires it, and then it goes boom right into the Chris Cornell "You Know My Name" theme song. And I'm like,
Yep.
that is one of the best ways ever to open a film. I don't care if it's Bond or not. That is dark, it's gritty, it's raw, it's in your face, and I like it a lot. So, I'm telling you, man, the opening 5 minutes of Casino Royale is some of the best. And that's the thing. Martin Campbell directed Casino Royale, and he also directed GoldenEye. So he rebooted Bond twice with Pierce Brosnan
Oh,
and Daniel Craig. Martin Campbell directed the first two Bond films within those actors' resumes. So I'm thinking, man, why don't they just hire Martin Campbell to direct all the Bond films? Because clearly he knows what he's doing.
I never thought about that. I'm sitting here trying to find my favorite underrated James Bond themes.
Oh, there's some good ones
Oh,
out there. I do like The
well,
Living Daylights by Aha from Timothy Dalton. That was a good one.
so that was a good one. Oh, what is it? What is it?
Live and Let Die by Paul
That
McCartney.
yep, that's a great one.
That was a Roger Moore film.
Here's one that
Is it Goldfinger?
no,
Oh,
it's
it's not. It's not Shirley Bassey. Okay.
Another Way to Die. Jack White and Alicia Keys.
That's Quantum of Solace's theme song.
Yes, totally underrated. And to me,
Because it's different.
yeah, I love
And
the
yeah,
Jack White feel.
is it the first James Bond theme that was a duet, or was the Live and Let Die?
Live and Let Die kind of had a little bit of
Okay, that
a.
had a duet between Paul McCartney and who was the other one? Who was the
I
other
you
singer?
know
Do we remember that? But
I
even so, that duet between Jack White and Alicia Keys, I'm thinking, you know what? This is different. It's a bit darker. It's a bit grittier, but I like it and it works. And like I said, I'm a big fan of Quantum of Solace. I think I'm one of only 2.5 people that likes that movie,
Here you go. Here's
but
you
I like
you
it.
say that was Paul McCartney that sang Live and Let Die.
Hmm.
He might have sang it, but it was written by George Martin.
Wow. Fun facts for those of you listening or watching us. My
The
goodness.
more you know.
Live and Let Die was a good. I'll be honest with you. You're not going to like this theme song, but I actually like it. I don't like the film that it was featured in because the film overall is not very good.
Yeah.
I'll admit it. I like Die Another Day by Madonna. I'll admit it.
Oh,
I
that's one
know.
of my least. Like
That's okay, man. I'll be in the minority over here. It's fine.
I have a playlist of all the Bond themes, and that's the one I skip every single
Nope. I like
time.
that. Dude, I have it on one of my mixtapes in my car.
Oh my god, you still have a tape?
Well, these are CDs, but I just call them mixtape.
Okay.
I just call them mixtapes. I'm sorry. But yeah, no,
Wait,
I like Die Another Day. The themes don't like the movie so much, but I like the theme song. I know I'm in the minority. Once again, I'm a weird person. I like The World Is Not Enough by Garbage from the Pierce Brosnan era. I like that
honestly,
one.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
But the weird thing is that band is called Garbage, and I'm like, the song is not Garbage, but the band's name is Garbage. And I'm like, that's okay. You call your
That's
band
just
Garbage. That's gonna play over well with
yeah,
your
yeah.
bands.
That's just
It's
how
a
it
bit
is.
strange for bands overseas, but that's just me. But no, The World's Not Enough is a good one. I thought Tomorrow Never Dies was all right by Sheryl Crow. It's not the greatest, but it's okay.
It's a good. I'm sitting here
It's
looking at them all
eh.
right now. Here,
What about Tina Turner's Goldeneye?
that's good. It's good. It's okay. Not great.
Yeah, I
I,
hears you. What
oh
about?
my
But let
gosh.
me ask you this though: you like the Timothy Dalton films, but I am not crazy about the License to Kill theme song by Gladys Knight.
See, I like Gladys Knight. I've always liked her music.
Hmm.
I think that
I like it. The theme just
eh,
didn't go with the movie because the movie was
no, it
so
didn't.
dark.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they're trying to make it, oh, he's just flying. He's flying. He's just a license to kill guy. No, Gladys, that's not how James Bond is. This is a dark, gritty, the first ever, mind you, PG-13 rated James Bond film was License to Kill. And this is
Yeah.
1989, okay? This is during the Miami Vice
Right.
years, okay? That theme song should have been a lot darker and grittier like the movie. But unfortunately, Gladys Knight was thinking, well, he's got a license to kill, and you know he'll use it. I'm
That's
like,
just
what is this?
that shit. Well, the Braves just lost.
Oh, well, you know what? Timothy Dalton is not a loser by any stretch of the imagination
Nope.
because he is one of the best, most criminally underrated Bond actors, in my
Huh.
opinion.
Here's
So yeah.
a little tidbit for you.
Mm.
The GoldenEye theme song that Tina
Oh, by
Turner
Tina
sang.
Turner, right?
Guess who sang that? Who wrote that?
Bono.
Okay, you okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I grew up in the '90s. Okay, I love this
Well,
movie to
dude, I did
pieces.
too, but I
So
mean,
yeah,
I,
Bono wrote it. Tina Turner performed it, and she was, if I'm not mistaken, she had a few. I mean, she had an album out that same year, didn't she? Or she had an
yeah,
album that came out before it. Either way, she was doing. Let's just put it this way: Tina Turner was doing quite well professionally at that point.
yes, she was. Um, let's see. Okay,
I
so I'm
believe
here.
it.
So here
Yeah, didn't a
oh,
documentary come out recently about her, Tina Turner?
yes,
Wasn't there a
yeah,
documentary?
yeah. Here's something that you will love:
I want to watch that documentary, by the way.
the No Time to Die actual soundtrack. Guess who the composer is? Which means you
Di-
know it's going to be amazing.
No Time to Die. The new one, you mean?
Uh huh.
Is it David Arnold or who is it?
Hans Zimmer.
Oh well, of course I'm going to love it because I love Hans
I
Zimmer. He did
know.
Man of Steel.
He
Man
do
of
he's done
Steel.
all of my favorite, like, the soundtrack Crimson Tide, of course, you know I love that one, but the Navy, submarine ship.
I haven't seen this one.
Oh my gosh.
I have not
Okay,
seen Crimson Tide, but I've seen The Hunt for Red October.
okay, keep talking for a moment, I've got to we're
He's
gonna
got to look at how
YouTube.
badly the Braves lost. But
No,
anywho,
we're gonna YouTube something real quick and let you hear
so
something.
so The Hunt for Red October was the first Jack Ryan movie, first movie. In that movie, it was Alec Baldwin at that point. I got to be honest, that movie was so good. I didn't expect it to be that good. I mean, I knew it was going to be, but I didn't know it was going to be that good. I'm thinking Sean Connery as a submarine captain. You got a very young, up and coming Alec Baldwin at that point as Jack Ryan. And you got Scott Glenn, Courtney B. Vance. You got James Earl. I think James Earl Jones was in this too. And who's the other guy? The guy who ran for Fred Dalton Thompson was in that.
Yeah,
Great movie, man. I got to get Hunt for Red October. You know what I want to do? I want to get the Jack Ryan complete movie set on Blu-ray,
that
which
would
is
be
available on
awesome.
Amazon.
Yes, it is. Alright, you ready?
I
You
got to get
ready?
it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Here, let me get to my share screen here.
Multimedia thing here. We got visual images or props coming in here in a moment.
I'm gonna let you see my favorite scene from Crimson Tide.
Oh, from the movie. Okay.
Yes. Alright,
What
let
do
me
we
see.
have
Did
here?
I share audio?
Yeah, I
Hold
can
up.
see it. Our names are still on the screen.
Yeah, hold up. I'm gonna see if I can share.
You
Well,
got to love it when we're doing this.
I didn't click the share audio.
Got to go back.
Yeah.
I know. I that thing always trips everybody up.
Yep. Alright, you ready?
Mm. Oh yeah, I'm here.
Ducks, there's trouble in Russia. So they called us. And we're going over there and bringing the most lethal killing machine ever devised. We're capable of launching more firepower than has ever been released in the history of war. One purpose alone: keep our country safe. We constitute the front line and the last line of defense. I expect and demand your very best. Anything less, you should have joined the Air Force. This might be our Commander-in-Chief's Navy.
I get
But
so
this is
pumped
my
up with this
vote.
scene.
All I ask is that you keep up with me. And if you can't, that strange sensation you'll be feeling in the seat of your pants will be my boot in your ass. Mr. Cobb? Yes, sir? You're aware of the name of this ship, aren't you, Mr. Cobb? Very aware, sir. It bears a proud name, doesn't it, Mr. Cobb? Very proud, sir. It represents fine people. Very fine people, sir. Who live in a fine, outstanding state. Outstanding, sir. In the greatest country in the entire world. In the entire world, sir. name, Mr. Cobb? Alabama, sir. And what do we say? Roll down! Roll down! Keep the vote. Dismiss the crew. Dismiss the crew. Aye, aye, sir. Crew! Department head! Attend to your department! Follow!
All right, there you go. That's
Jeez, man. No, okay. Well, the whole Alabama thing, I'm like, okay, the guy lives there, so it makes sense. All right.
But the movie itself, dude, is just
Dang, that's some strong words from Lex Luthor, aka Gene freaking Hackman. So, and was that Denzel standing behind him?
That was Denzel.
Wow, man, that looked like a young Denzel too. Jeez.
It was. The movie came out in '95, I think.
Oh, so 26 years. Jeez.
Yeah, 95. So
and I gotta go back and watch this. Is this on a streaming service somewhere?
Let me see.
You might want to do some Googling, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Googling that right now. But dude,
it's part of a proud nation. Oh my gosh, those are some strong words by Gene Hackman, man.
And yeah, that one scene, what do we say at Bama? Go Bama, roll tide. I mean, that is something that, near and dear to me.
It's a thing.
It is
for people who live in Alabama.
The other thing I love about that movie is that soundtrack, that driving, just pounding sound in the back. So I marched. It's Hans Zimmer. I marched in the band at Alabama.
Oh, you did?
And yes, one of our shows where we did the all-century Alabama football team. So where we would march out some of the Alabama football greats. That was the theme we played. And as I'm playing that on the field, Joe Namath walks right in front of me. So that song holds a special place in my heart.
Man, that's the beauty of films, man. Like certain movies just have an effect on you. Whatever film it is, whatever scene, whatever it may be. If it strikes you in the heartstrings, or if it just strikes you like your adrenaline is flowing, that's the beauty of filmmaking. This is the thing about movies. If you go in there and the marketing's good and you walk out of the film thinking, wow, that film was so good, it's great, it was better, it lived up to the marketing and then some, that means the movie has done its job. So clearly, Crimson Tide, I mean, in certain ways, maybe not the market, because I don't remember the marketing for this, but
you're a little
Crimson Tide, it's your cup of tea, and that's fine. Because I look forward to sitting down and watching this film because I just saw The Hunt for Red October not too long ago, and I loved it.
Yeah.
So I'm down for some submarine movies, man. I'm ready to see what this is all about. And when you got Denzel and Gene Hackman, geez, that's a good cast.
I'm not going to tell you what happens, but I will say this. There are some very tense scenes with Denzel and Gene Hackman with each other, against each other. Okay, it's on Paramount Plus.
I don't have that. But
talk to me. I'll give you.
Backstage, we'll talk to some executives about that. But still, I digress. No, it's great, man. I mean, films are whatever effect they have on you. You walk out and you're thinking, man, that film is golden. For whatever reason, if a film holds a special place in your heart, go ahead and support it as best you can. I mean,
and I'll say this, like you said, if a friend of mine does a movie, or if I know somebody that personally benefits from me purchasing a DVD, I'll do it. But 99.99999% of the time, I'm going to prefer streaming, just because that's
fair. You're a busy guy. You work 80 hours a week. You got the love of your life, and you got 2 munchkins to support. I mean, my gosh, I don't know how you do it.
I don't either sometimes.
Does the family ever come up to you and say, Daddy, how are you still doing this?
No. My daughter says, let's go to Disney. Okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah, we'll go down there next weekend, sweetie.
Yeah, let's just do it. The other thing that we need to talk about tonight, we'll do this quickly because we're about 35 minutes, so we got about 15,
we got plenty of time.
We got about 10, 15 minutes left in the show. A show that we have been looking forward to for quite some time debuted 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yes, it did, yes.
Yes. Olmec's Talking Head is back.
It's voiced by the same actor.
It is. So I'm going to have my unpopular opinion time. You ready? I watched it today. I streamed on CW today and watched as much of it as I could. Maybe because I'm older now and I expect a little bit different out of my game shows and not from what I did in high school and junior high and all that. It didn't hit home for me. Legends of the Hidden Temple held a special place in my heart. But I I don't know. I mean, they were the episode I watched, the lady was able to quickly put the monkey statue together.
The Shrine of the
The shrine
Silver
of the
Monkey.
no worries putting the shrine of the silver monkey together. The story was Moana, with just different names.
What you mean Pele with a lava rock?
Yes, it was Moana. They went from Tahiti, she became a volcano, and that's Moana.
Okay.
And the adults making some of the snide comments they used to make when they were kids running on the show was a little hokey to me. The same announcer saying, "Tell them what you won, Bob." Well, you get a chance to. It's not 1990s Nickelodeon anymore. Let's.
The guy who announces what you've won is the same guy who announced it on the original. I'm like, man, they got both of those people back?
Which
That
is
is great.
also that's also the voice of Olmec.
Oh, so it is Dee Bradley Baker. My gosh. Okay,
Yeah,
so the guy
it's the
clearly
same-
knows what he's doing because he's been a voiceover actor for over 30
Right,
years.
exactly. It's the same guy. But I just the other thing too is the lady that I kind of wish they had done.
Cristela Alonso.
Yeah, I wish they had gotten the original guy.
Yeah, whatever happened to Kirk Fogg? Honestly, like, could they not?
I looked him up today. It was Kirk Fogg, right?
Yeah, Kirk Fogg. Yeah, that was the original, and he was also the host slash. He made an appearance in the Legends of the Hidden Temple made-for-TV movie that came
Yeah.
out just a couple of years ago on Nickelodeon, which I had the pleasure of watching, and I enjoyed that movie for what it was. And Kirk Fogg was heavily involved in making it, and he was in it. And I'm thinking, well, if he was able to come back for the rebooted film a couple years ago, why couldn't he come back for the rebooted of the series?
Yeah, so the only thing I'm looking at, he was in Legends of the Hidden Temple.
And then
The
he did an indie film that I actually watched.
Yeah, he was in the pilot episode of Veronica Mars.
Oh my gosh.
He was in Distortion, I guess was the indie film
That
you're
was the
talking
independent
about.
film that he made and directed, starred, produced, whatever it was. I watched it. I thought it was all right. I liked it.
Yeah. And he was in the TV movie. That's it. That's all he has done.
Man. Does it say why he wouldn't come back or they didn't want him to come back?
I don't know.
That's a great question. But listen, I'll be honest with you, though. Did you want me to share my 2 cents on this
Yeah,
matter?
please share your
Okay,
2
so
cents.
here's the thing. Going into this, I've been watching the marketing. So I've seen the posters, I've seen the trailers, I've seen the snippets of the show leading up to the premiere itself of this version of Legends of the Hidden Temple, which you can find new episodes every Sunday night at 8, 7 Central on the CW network. So here's my thing. Cristela Alonso, I think she's a really good host. I think she's doing quite well for filling these shoes. She's young, she's hip, she's fashionable, she's beautiful. I'll say it. She's beautiful to look at. I'm not gonna lie. And having Olmec back with Dee Bradley Baker voicing that character, it's a good team, the two of them. I think they work quite well together. And also, I like these 2 episodes. Now, granted, it's a lot different than the original because in the original they were actually in a studio with a live audience. You had hundreds of people in there. By the way, the moat was like 30 yards long, whereas this moat is actually much longer.
Right, exactly.
Bigger. So the set of this show is a lot more open space. There's a lot more you can do. There's a lot of things you can do with the physical challenges, with the steps of knowledge being thrown in there. So I'm okay with the new look of the set, with it being outdoors rather than being indoors with 300 people, because with COVID times, it's a lot easier to do it outside. It's a lot healthier. Right. It's a lot safer to do it outside with the pandemic that is still hitting America as well as the globe as hard as it is. So I respect them for doing that. Does it hurt me that you don't have an audience there? Yeah, but I can get over it because you could
still do an audience though.
Yeah, you can limit the attendance. You can limit the attendance just like they did with AEW during the pandemic. They did it at Daly's place in Jacksonville, Florida, if you remember that. But yeah, listen, in all seriousness, I like the show. I enjoy it. Some of the contestants are a little eccentric. I'll put it that way.
Yes, 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 yes.
Some of them are a little, a little bit out there, a little eccentric, but hey, that's life.
Yep.
And
I I don't
but
know.
some of but listen, the legends that they're telling, I do like that you actually get an animation of who the characters are and what the legend is
Yeah,
about, so you can actually follow along and understand the story. Because in the original, Olmec's just yapping the whole time. He's just
right.
saying, "Oh, they did this. Oh, the person did that, and then they left a mysterious rock in the shrine of the silver monkey." And I'm thinking, okay, but I can't really visualize that. But now that you have animation going
You
on,
can see
when
it.
Christella says, "Olmec, tell us what we're going to learn about today." And then he goes right into it, and you have all this animation coming up on your screen. I'm like, this is great. I can follow along. I can understand it. I get where they're coming from. I learn more about different cultures and different legends of those cultures, and I respect that. So
Yeah.
my hat's off. I like this reboot. I'll be honest. I think it's going to work very well. And plus, you got my Blue Barracudas back.
That's very true.
So yeah, you got the T-shirts are back, the cargo shorts are back, the prizes by the announcer saying, "Here's what you want," and I'm like, "Yes, I remember that,
I
and I like it."
so
So I'm in, man. I like it.
the other thing too is why is there no you're going to space camp in Huntsville, Alabama? Because I mean
Yeah, what?
that
Yeah,
that
because
that's right down the road from me. I always
because the grand prize now is only $25,000. Which, by the way, this
it's
game
not.
show could give away a heck of a lot more than 25 G's.
Yeah,
Okay,
and that's
that's a
shared
low
between the
amount. That's barely going to pay any of your bills, anything moving forward. And the other thing is, what about those trips to space camp in Huntsville, Alabama? Which, by the way, it's on my bucket list. What
Oh, I've
about
done it.
those trips? What about those trips to Universal Studios or whatever in
Yeah.
Florida? Whatever. Just like all that stuff. I'm like, where are the trips, Olmec? Where are the trips?
Yeah, Olmec needs to get off his
You need to step up
pocketbook.
your game, son. $25,000. Why is the number so low? Why
And
is that?
that's $25,000 shared between the team, I think,
Yeah,
isn't
you
it?
don't even get 25 grand a piece. You get like 12.5, and I'm thinking that's barely going to pay anything.
And then taxes on that, then yeah, it's just not cool.
The taxes aren't that good either.
I will say, if I ever did get the opportunity to be on the show,
Oh yeah, I'm doing it.
I'm hands down, I'd do it.
Hands down. The question is, who would be your tag team partner?
I don't know.
You're not sure?
I
You'd have to think
I mean,
about it.
I mean, you're up in Baltimore, so it'd be hard to get
The Geek at Birth squad together, that'd be a
yeah,
bit difficult.
it'd be hard to do that. I do have some friends here that I could count on,
Mhm.
but and do they let you choose which team you're on?
Like which color? Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
great question because
because
I
I
prefer to be the Blue Barracudas, whereas Dave Adams, you prefer to be the what?
Red Jaguars.
Ah, the Red Jaguars because of that Roll
Always.
Tide, Alabama.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
If
green,
there's
red, big top. Yeah.
if there's a chance to wear red, I'm always going to do it. I
You're
mean,
always gonna wear red.
my two favorite teams, Alabama and Atlanta Braves,
So
and they're
Red
red.
Jaguars versus the Blue Barracudas. I wonder who would win in that fight. Between
Uh,
your team versus my team, I wonder who would come out
I
on
mean,
top.
we could do that one night. We need to figure out how to do this for Geek at Birth, where we have I don't know how we do it, but we
I
got to
know we
figure
need like a
this
set
out.
of physical challenges, like an American Ninja Course race or something.
No, I definitely lose that. My fat ass
Okay,
would.
then I would win that one. But yeah, but we have to figure out a way to like get a steps of knowledge thing going,
Yeah,
and crossing a moat that's like not very deep. You know what I mean? Like a kiddie pool or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it was pretty deep on this new show because the one dude couldn't swim,
Hmm.
so
Even though
that
he
first
said he took swimming classes before they
yeah,
went on the show.
no. The silver monkeys or whatever they were.
That would be the Silver Snakes.
Yeah, they figured out how to throw the spear into the river, get to one side, realize what they've done, swim back and get the spear, and then run back to
Stick
the
it
other
in
side. Yeah,
in the tray, or should I say the basket, and then they have to swim all the way over.
all before that one dude was able to swim just one side.
Is that what he did? Yeah,
Yeah,
probably. But even
yeah,
so, yeah. But listen, congratulations to the cast and crew for bringing this show back because I missed it. The fans missed it. Millions of people around this world missed it. And
yep.
to see Blue Barracudas going up against the Red Jaguars or the Green Monkeys, the purple parrots, the silver snakes, or the orange iguanas. All 6 of those teams. It is so good to be back.
It it is cool to see
It
it
really
back.
is.
It's cool to see things from our childhood memories coming back. Granted, I do wish that they would do some new ideas in Hollywood these days, but I do like the nostalgia pop that we're getting. Notice my wrestling term I threw in there. Um,
Are you going to
uh,
continue to watch this new version of Legends, or are you going to just
I
leave it at
I
2
I
episodes?
will if no if it's there if we get to a point to where I'm bored and I'm probably not going to catch it live.
Well,
But
no,
if
I
we get
always tape it and then I watch it a day or 2
right,
after on my DVR, respectively.
but if we get to a point to where there's nothing else and I'm bored and Bama's blowing out the opponent that they're playing that week, uh, I'll I'll
Always
pro-
comes down to you in football. It always comes down to
I,
Bama.
yeah, okay,
It always
guilty.
comes down to roll tide. Like whatever the football or baseball teams are doing that weekend, you're thinking, okay, none of this programming matters because I got to watch this football game. I'm like, dude,
Hey, look, I'll
there are
say
more
this.
important things in life than just another roll tide football game.
You are correct. There's a lot more important things in life, but things I'm passionate about, and that's one of them. You would be proud of me though. My sister-in-law got married last weekend, and it was
Congratulations
during.
to the family, by the way.
Yeah, congratulations to Abby and Judd. But it
Woo!
was during an Alabama football game, and I
Ooh,
was able to.
ooh.
Yes, uh-huh.
But you
So,
steer cleared of the media, didn't you?
uh, dude, I was doing this the whole time.
Oh, you were
Refresh,
flopping on your phone while the
refresh,
ceremony was in
refresh.
progress?
No, no, no. Just at the end, the reception was over and all that. We were helping
Oh,
clean
then you
up.
were just
I was
refreshing the
just,
score on the
yeah.
statistician board. Okay.
I know how to do things, man. I know how it's
You can do
done.
it quietly without disturbing a wedding or a
Exactly.
reception, I should say.
Exactly. And with the golden voice, I was doing the MC duties as well. So
Oh, you were that weekend. Oh my god.
yeah. See that look,
Congratulations. That's awesome.
that's just how you do things. When you have a voice like this, you let no, I'm just kidding.
Because I was gonna say backstage, you were saying, "Oh, I went to a wedding with my family this weekend, and I just did nothing." I'm like, what? What?
Well, I did nothing in the wedding. I just, when a microphone was handed to me, they said make announcements. So
Oh, well,
that's
you are the golden voice of the South, so it
I
makes
know that's
sense.
just how you do things, right?
Did you
No,
sign autographs or take photo ops that weekend?
no, I needed to. I although there are lots of people who never see me without a hat or a jersey or T-shirt or something like that, and I show up in a suit, and I had hair slicked back, and like, who the heck is this? So that's just how things go. Anyway, we are here at 50 minutes into the show. I think it's about time to start wrapping up. Next time we do a show, I realized about an hour before we started, we
Yeah.
didn't talk any DC Fandom, and there were a lot of things that came out at DC Fandom this last weekend. So, in 2 weeks, we will be having a Geek at Birth DC Fandom discussion because there are 3 movies we need to talk about. The trailers came out. Uh,
Or at least teasers for him came
yeah,
out. Yeah.
the Batman, Flash with
Oh,
Michael
the
Keaton.
Flash trailer. Oh my god.
Um,
Yeah. Or the tease, I should say. Yeah.
yeah,
There
Black
was Black
Adam.
Adam. There was Shazam. There was Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Yep. All of this stuff comes out, and I, for one, I think we've talked about this before. I'm a DC fanboy. So
I mean,
anytime,
you
yeah,
know, no
yeah.
flights, no tights. Tom Welling, what's up? Also, during DC's fandom, the Smallville 20th anniversary was celebrated.
Yes, but Smallville has lost a little bit of luster for me with some legal trouble of some of their actors and actresses. Um, so yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
but we can still celebrate the show as a whole. We still can,
You are
despite
correct.
everything that's happened post Smallville. Listen, we can still celebrate it however we want because it's still a very important, influential TV series.
It is. It is. It laid the groundwork for a lot of the superhero TV shows we watch today and love today. So, all right. So that's it, Ryan. Where can they get a hold of you and listen to you and keep up with all things Ryan Permison?
I think you said that right. Yes, you can find me on Twitter and
Yeah.
Instagram. It's semantics. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RyanRPM5. Find us all our social media outlets, simply at It's Nerd Culture. New videos are being posted each and every week. Check out my show. It's called And I Quote, where I interview content creators of all shapes and sizes every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on our Facebook page. Check it out. There is going to be a new episode this weekend. Stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be talking with comic book writer and editor Charles Santino. So check it out. You can find me there. It's going to be a fun show. And also, I'm wearing the shirt. I love the show. Happy 20th anniversary, Smallville. Somebody save me, because it's a great and influential show. Respect the past, embrace the future. Thanks for having me, Dave Adams.
Hey, man, anytime. It's great. You can check me out at Geek at Birth, Unrelated at Birth, or the Top of the World DVC Disney podcast, D Adams 419 on Twitter and Instagram. Guys, thank you for spending almost an hour with us. It's been fun. I promise we will get back to a normal schedule. We've had a lot of scheduling issues, but I've made it clear we are very, very big on mental health and very big on just life outside of this podcast. We enjoy talking to you every other week, but sometimes life does get in the way. We appreciate you for allowing us to kind of go off script every now and then. Thank you for sticking with us. We will try to get back on a normal schedule, but just remember, as always, it is okay to let your geek flag fly. Guys, we love you. We will see y'all in a couple of weeks.